Stories are for the plot, twists and all. My name is Osajumebi, and every week I will tell you a short story written by a Nigerian writer or author. That's the long and short of it. So without much ado, this week's story is by Chigoziri Ezeaku, and it's titled Yoruba Demon on Two Wheels. When he said he had something to show me, I was blank on what to expect. I just met Tosin a week ago, and I am already fiddling around his house. I know if I go home and tell Kehinde now, she will give me one kind of I am not ready for. And I guess fair enough. She knows him as the guy who slipped a piece of paper with his number into my bag at the bank, not the guy I've been in active communication with for 7 days. How he slipped his number into my bag, I don't even know. But when I called him days later, without Kehinde's approval, he said he has his ways. Coming to his house was more of a for the plot type of thing. He stays close to Save a Life Hospital, which is where my salary comes from. So I decided, why the hell not? I know what you're thinking, and you're right. An impulsive after-work decision, I know. But I have pepper spray in my bag, so I think I'll be fine. Nigerian men are never expecting pepper spray, so that's one for the girls. Also, this is the only drama in my life right now. I need to let the plot thicken a bit more, you know? I texted him to let him know I'd be stopping by at his place, and it was as if he was camping out in my DM.
Was literally praying for this to happen. I have something to show you.
As a girl who hates having high expectations, I could not help but feel excited as the scorching sun attempted to melt my skin.
Finally, you're here.
Tosin, please. I am not a woman of suspense. What is this thing you want to show me? A slow smile sweeps his face, and I see him much clearer now. The little glimpse I had of him in the bank when he lent me his pen was exactly that. A glimpse. I had not really studied him then. You know how the hustle and bustle of being at the bank is. He was in front of me in that horrendous zigzag line to customer care, and so I only gathered the obvious. He was tall and decently dressed in a matching flowery two-piece. I remember loving the fit for a second and imagining a handsome young chap in it, before warning the lady behind me to not push me any further, if not we would fight. Standing right in front of me, I can say that the boy is indeed handsome. But obviously, there is no need to bring that to his notice before I will unleash the demon these Yoruba men pride themselves in. He took my hand firmly and led me out his front porch to what seemed like a garage. I'm not so familiar with car names and models, but I know a GLE when I see one.
Turn around.
Is this a surprise?
Depends on your reaction.
Depends on my reaction, Ke. Oh, please. I'm already here. Just show me now. He walked deeper into the garage, where a white cloth was covering something that took the shape of a bike. He lifted up the sheet with so much care, like he was unraveling a baby made of glass. After the big reveal, He looked back at me like a little kid awaiting for my approval. It was a bike, all right. A Yamaha. This one I knew because my brother has been talking about it non-stop. I looked at the bike, looked at him, looked at the bike, and I sighed. So, do you do delivery?
What the? No, come see. Why would you even think that?
I looked at the bike and then back at him.
Nigerians and bikes. Look, this is literally a Yamaha MT-10,
he says before letting out a long hiss. I know, I say, trying to suppress a smile. We are not vexed. He runs his hand over the bike's handlebars, almost forgetting I was present.
You know, I've always wanted this since I was 17. The first time I saw one come to our school, I told myself, one day.
He chuckles, shaking his head.
Took a minute, but here we are.
What school was he attending to be having casual power bike visits? He tosses a helmet at me. And now I see what the surprise is. No, I don't think I can.
Scared?
I mean, you know we are in Nigeria, Abi? He puts on his helmet, mounts on the bike and fires the engine. Hearing it up close is so surreal. The only time I hear this is when I am trying to sleep at night. For some reason, that is when they want to show us that they ride powerhouses.
And so what?
His voice was a bit muffled with the helmet on. I stare at my reflection in the helmet he'd thrown at me. It just feels like such a white thing to do. There's a long pause. I don't know if it is because he is warming up the engine or because I called his love for this bike a white obsession. He slowly removes his helmet and swings his leg over the bike. Holding the helmet against his side, he looks at me with a small smile. He steps closer until it feels like we are just inches apart. Gently, he takes the helmet from my hesitant hands.
Just one ride around the estate.
I cannot believe this is happening to me right now. The plot is now becoming a plot twist. Kehinde will so laugh when I tell her this thing. I refuse to look up at him. I know I will fall for his charm. So okay, what about we try again next week? I say, still looking at my reflection.
Come. It's a one-time offer.
The playfulness in his tone feels like it evaporated. I take a chance and I glance up.
Look, I know it all looks corny and sounds corny. I've never gone on a ride with anyone on my bike, and I have never felt the urge to. But ever since we started talking, it's been on my mind.
Now I am caught. His pretty eyes, his lashes, somehow longer than mine, his sweet mouth, and that signature little smile, all silently begging for a yes. How many girls have you done this with? And they agreed. I say, tone flat. He smiles.
Well, you'll be the first,
Oh, so you bring girls down here?
The first girl I have asked.
Oh.
Yeah.
He chuckles and places the helmet firmly on me. He tilts his head as he tends to the buckle that clips right below my chin. I don't remember saying a yes, I say with my arms crossed.
Oh, I know. I'm just getting you ready for when you will.
Silly boy. I don't think I can keep all this from Kehinde at all. Chigoziri Ezeaku is a Nigerian storyteller based in Lagos. With a degree in mass communication and a deep love for fiction, she weaves emotionally rich stories that explore identity, transformation, and the quiet complexities of everyday life. Beyond fiction, she writes about self-growth, wellness, and creativity on Medium. You can read more of her work on Medium at Chigoziri Ezeaku and connect with her on Instagram at ziri_, and on LinkedIn at Chigoziri Ezeaku. Details and links will be in the episode description. If you've got a story you would like to be featured on this podcast, or a published book you want to make into an audiobook, I would love to hear from you. Send an email to info@osadumebi.com or send me a message at Osadumebi on either Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or X. I look forward to collaborating with you. And if you've enjoyed this week's episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with that one person you know will enjoy listening. Tell them that stories are a good escape for a few minutes each week.